What's his name?
Thinking of how
Thomas?
to.
Thomas, yeah.
One more moment.
His in-laws, I guess. With Garland. That's what perfect, see.
More moments.
No.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
me and you or what?
Yeah,
He was playing
it's just you two.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah, it's just you two today.
I got turned this way?
Oh no. We accommodate you. I'll move myself out of my corner in just a little bit. But thank you two for coming in. Class, hopefully don't need to explain to you what we're doing already. You guys have been doing it for a couple of days now. So, by the sounds of it, is everyone ready to go?
Yes.
Cool beans.
You want to go first? You go
Yeah.
first.
You may begin.
Tell about what?
About
Your child.
childhood, growing up.
Growing up.
Yeah. I didn't grow up at Shaktoolik, but I grew up at Koluk. As I can remember right now, everything has changed on my childhood. And we never grew up. There was no high schools or any kind of schools, only grades up to 12th, I guess.
That's high school.
I mean,
Eighth grade.
Oh,
I don't
only
know how
third
far
grade?
they go, maybe 11. But they are, as I was growing up here, it's not the same no more. But when we go to school, they were strict and kids behave long ago. There was not much trouble in school, not really homework at school too. We don't do homework. And they behave and they go high school someplace up at White Mountain and Mount Lipscomb or some other school that was placed in, outside of Anchorage. And, well, anyway, as we go, we didn't see any kind of stores like we're having right now. Kids are having those easy food. We don't have that. And I kind of forget myself and I would grow up and we go spring camping in springtime. I was going to get the sail first. Right after school, they go down with that team to spring camping to see a hunt sail and hook tom carts and put them away, hang them there, and soon as salmon come around there, I'll move some other places like Angal, East Fork, and usually where they can hang those salmon, humpies, and reds. And I didn't see very much of king salmon like long ago. They hardly make, they don't even make strips. Only one guy makes strips. His name was Harold James. They call him Bingo. His nickname. And we stayed there at Angal or Cassis, close to Ellen. My papa that bring us there with the iron boat. Move us around and where we can get the fish. And, after that, they do the subsistence, big berries, big greens, everything, rhubarbs. Not like we don't have junk food, nothing. We kind of juice I mostly see was lemon juice. They had crackers. myself. I grew up with my adoptive mother, and she had first, she tried to snare ptarmigan rabbits. One time she got 4 porcupine from one hole, and we ate the porcupine too. Everything we eat, even muskrats. Even because we have no hunter. She even trapped them with those traps, try to trap for ducks. Because we got no hunter when we go spring camping. And mostly we start to hunt duck eggs, seagull eggs, upriver in Coy. During holidays, they have fun. With the time we have hard candy, nuts and apples and oranges, that's what I see. They have big program, but the tradition, the first day had school play on the 24th and 25 church program, Sunday school. And we really thought Santa was real, for me anyway. Long time I thought it was a real Santa Claus. But our parents tell us to obey. He said if we never obey, we will get nothing. And they would get closer. We were close to school. People started coming closer to my house to go school program. Tell us to behave, and we stayed in the house kind of scared. They said there Santa was getting real close with his reindeer, and somebody come running in. I hear him tie up his reindeer by that lake. And we really believe. And we all have new clothes, even though we had native, the women's were all be real busy with making mucklucks. You can even kind of smell them, new mucklucks. And they make us new clothes. My mom make me an outfit, and sometimes I would kind of be choosy and didn't want to use them. And I was unthankful when I think about it right now, how try to let us use new stuff on Christmas. Right now they don't even use new clothes. They just use their old clothes or someone. But anyway, that's how I grew up too. I just how much I can remember. I could have read them done if you called me a long time ago. And, right now, I feel like it's, they say a bit easier, but times it get hard. But the door stuff were real cheap. 5 cans, they're only $1. 5 cans of them. Candy bar costs only 5 cents. 5 cents, I guess.
Ja, vlees van koren.
And I never see pop or junk food. Juice. Lemon juice mostly. And those big crackers, they call them ripe crackers. You remember?
Ja, ja.
And when I moved here, Shaktoolik, it was the same people's house. To my knowledge, they almost make living like a coil. There used to be a boat coming downstairs and in. We really work. Even ladies work hauling groceries in outside so we can get paid. store, and that's the only time we eat candy too. That man had bring lots of candy on the last trip, throw some on the beach. The kids really stay up all night carrying around bags, even flour sacks, everything, to get candy from that boat, North Star, big boat. And there was only medical there. Some people go down for the medical. No health aids, nothing. They don't go back and forth to hospital. And there was hardly any death. Nobody hardly be sick. Only time they go hospital is they go rest for that TB. At Seattle and Tacoma. That's all I can remember. Maybe it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Hannah just bring me good memories back to old North Star.
Yeah.
She mentioned that the only time it was just like, when the North Star got here, them days were just like, trick or treating, like Halloween nowadays. It really changed. Them years we didn't have hardly anything at the stores. And we get groceries only once a year. Once a year, that North Star was bringing groceries for the whole year, for the summer, for the winter. So we'd have to wait. But I'll talk mainly about the school I went to. Okay, we only had one school at the old site, and it went up to the 8th grade. For a long, long time, we only had 2 teachers at the school. And we remember that I had
Yeah,
And,
and we have only 2 teachers.
for a long time. We had no teacher's aide, nothing. We only had Mr. and Mrs. that came in from out of state.
But they have maintenance people that work.
We had maintenance people.
But it's only work that they had.
And then the food they served was done by volunteer cooks for a long time. People from the community would volunteer week by week, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Different ladies would
2
go and
ladies,
cook
I remember I go.
with no pay. So there were no teacher's aides there at the school, only 2 teachers. And we only had one classroom for a while until they built another classroom. Then sometimes we gotta use the kitchen for another classroom. We had curfew at 9 o'clock at the old site every day. And it was strongly enforced by the elders. The elders would walk around the small village down there and make sure all the kids got home. Every kid went home. During the summer, after school, the village down there, the town was haunted. There was nobody in town. Everybody would go upriver, go camping for subsistence, put away drivers every summer. So every summer there was only a maintenance man, the postmaster, and the storekeeper, the store manager, pretty much at the old site, Hannah.
Yeah.
Everybody else would be upriver.
But we go post office any hour of the day, even nighttime.
When we went to school down there, parents were very concerned about their children. Anytime the teacher had problems with any child, they would call their parents to the school and they'd talk to the parents, and right now the parents would correct it, make a correction. There were no suspensions down there. Nobody got suspended from school. It all got taken care of internally by the principal. The man usually be the principal down there, husband. So they took care of that, and there was no suspension. So that's how they took care of it. Their parents took care of it real quick, and it got straightened out. The children were pretty well disciplined down there. Nowadays, it's altogether different because of the Western law that came in. The relatives of the child would be able to talk to the kids as well, with no hard feelings amongst each other, Hannah.
Yeah.
They would talk to them and encourage them to be good in school. So even if they scold them, the relatives scold the parents' kids, other parents' kids, their relatives, there was no hard feelings. That's how they communicated down there. So it was good. I mean,
Yeah.
it was real good. I mean, there was no trouble. Nowadays, once you raise your voice to not your child, another parent's child, you get a big conflict from
Yeah.
the other parents nowadays. So it's altogether changed. That school was excellent down there. Real good discipline. Out down there, we didn't have any water and sewer. All the bathroom facilities were done outside. They had an outhouse for both boys and girls. So anytime you want to go bathroom, you got to go outside. So there was nothing down there. There was no gym down there. No matter how cold it was, if you want to have recreation, wintertime, you'd go outside, either play basketball, not basketball, but baseball, or manamana. There was no basketball them days. So basketball came in after we got a school here. Like Hannah said, holidays were very special, especially Thanksgiving. The community down there would all get together in a church, in a church building, and everybody communicated. Everybody talked to each other. They had so much food. I mean, you see food here at potluck, but down there, with everybody involved, the whole community, every household was there at the church, and you could see all kinds of food. There was no turkeys, just food from home that they prepared, and that was the best. I
They
mean,
would make homemade cakes
everything.
from every home. About a few days before Thanksgiving, they gather home from home for ingredients. Who wants to bake cake or pie or something else.
There was no cake mix, nothing. So everybody had to do it with their own, but they were super delicious. There was so much berries, so much native food, not native food, but cooked food. And everybody enjoyed it. It was just so special down there. we had a lot of fun down there. Everybody communicated with one another. So everybody was just, we had no snow machines. Snow machines got introduced way later. There were a lot of dog teams for a while, Hannah,
Yeah.
and no snow machines.
I remember, and when the car got the first machine, it was small one. I thought that was fast. Oh, and Paul,
Yeah.
that's
There was no telephone for a long, long time down there too. Communications had to be done by the BIA radio down there. Anytime there's an emergency, they'd get a hold of no trial, but sometimes you couldn't. Like she said, there was hardly anybody sick down there them days. So there was no health aides for a long time down there too.
And they don't travel, folks.
Huh?
They don't travel, they even teach us.
Teachers never go home. They're there
Oh, yeah.
the whole year. They never go home for Christmas break, never go home for Thanksgiving or whatever. But there was games down there, Christmas games for 1 week, at the school. Everybody was there every night at the school.
Big auction sale too. After they make their money for needy people or people that got no parents, they give clothing to them from the show circle, and they give them some little money to go stuff for people that need it.
That's how closely knitted it was down there. The soy circle played a big part every year. Like you said, they used to have the mothers used to have a big sale down there every year at the school or at the church, one of the two. And then the proceeds, they give kid clothes to
People that really need it.
people that need them and people that are kids that are without mother or father. They give clothes to them too. Plus food. Sometimes there's a food basket going on. But people watch out for each other down there, which was real good. There was never down there. There was never a locked door. Everybody's homes were always wide open to one another, so nobody locked their doors.
Their kids go to church and Sunday school.
Yeah. That was the good part of being down there. All the children, not like here now. All the children went to Sunday school down there. Their parents make sure they went to Sunday school, church, which was a tradition down there. So it was good. But I miss living down there. It was a good life.
That old truck, I see it, I remember you, but was it the first truck?
Yeah,
I tell Ali that but was the first truck in Shaktoolik.
yeah. My dad had an first truck down there. He seen down there once in a while, 1953 Ford. And he turned it over to me later on. So
It's still on up down there. I see it yesterday.
it's the crank. I mean, he had an electric start, but he also had a crank, and every time he cranked once, it would start. So that's how good he was. Like I said, everybody watch out for each other down there, even children. Watch out for each other down there, especially when the ice starts breaking up like this. They watch out for one another down there, real close. Make sure there was no accidents down there. And there was very seldom an accident
Yeah.
So they watch out for one another. If somebody needs help, they'll go help them. So that's how it was.
I think your dad was first maintenance man too. Right?
Yeah. My daddy was working down there for the BIA school. That was the old BIA school down there.
Last time,
Yeah. So, it was a good life for all of us. I miss those days. The discipline was just so good.
yeah, no communication somehow, no phones, no those Facebook, nothing.
Nowadays, there was hardly any snacks down there, like she said. Candy bars, when you get them, they're only 5 cents a piece. So, that's how it was, and every year we got that North Star. For you guys' information, the old man down there, by the name of Simon McCulloch, was the founding father, one of the founding fathers of the Anika store. So I just want you children to know that Anika existed for 70 years. They had stores. That's a long time. 70 years. We had our 70th anniversary this year. So that's how long we operated stores ever since down there. Down there they used to buy everything. It was a native store. It used to be full of, they bought all kinds of native stuff. Hello. Yeah, it is. I'm in school right now, talking. Okay. But they bought all kinds of native stuff down there, native craft. Once in a while, they bought at the store. They even bought a whole cask full of dried fish for dog food every time. So that was part of the economy that they did down there.
Cranberries.
Cranberries, they bought cranberries, dried fish for dog food or consumption if they're good, human consumption. So they buy a whole, bigger than this little classroom here, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That cat was, and it used to be full of dried clams for dog food. People would buy it, so I guess that's how they survived a long time ago too. But it was interesting. And there was a lot of berries, cranberries. There'd be a lot of women folks picking cranberries to sell to the store. So different villages would come and buy the cranberries once in a while too, which was good. Any questions?
No questions?
I guess we're pretty much done. I mean, I'm pretty much done with mine.
Me too.
You have any questions you want to ask?
Me personally? Oh yeah. I just have one. It's kind of a bigger one. Can you tell us about how the move from old site to the new site went?
Okay.
The process in that and what it took.
It was hard. He got rough. Because
Okay.
Hey,
I'll try to explain it. I'll try to make it real fast. Okay.
yeah.
We had a big meeting down there, a young politician them days, pretty young. And we had a public meeting. We had a choice to move here or Foothills. And we had a vote a meeting, 3 public meetings. So, we talked about it for a long time, 3 meetings. And we had a vote down there. And we lost, I mean, not we, but, the Foothills moved, lost by 3 votes publicly. So that wasn't very much. The town was kind of divided. Some wanted to move here because of subsistence. But we had 38 good years here so far, I guess. But after the public meeting, after the people decide where they want to move here, we got surveyors to survey everything here in this site here. And it took us 3 years. 3 years to move here after the public meeting. It would have taken us 2 years after, okay, what happened after they surveyed the site? We had another meeting, public meeting, and all the lots were put on a, like this board right here, blackboard. That's at the old school down there. So everybody got a chance to choose their lot where they wanted to be. And then we had 2 more meetings after that,
Yeah.
and then make sure everybody wanted to stay there. So that's how they got their lots. So, the North Star, the boat that used to go to bring our groceries, bought all our houses, but they got stuck in Nome for 1 year. They came fall time, they were gonna bring them here, but we had a little bit of thin ice out there, and they weren't able to make it here because of that ice, so they had to spend the winter in Nome. But the following summer they bought them, and as soon as they bought them, we started building. But we had 4 houses already up here, and then 6 more after houses. That's her house, one of them, and then the store was built. So we had to wait for the other 20 houses, but out of them we made 21 more houses out of scraps for 1 house.
Kind of tough,
Yeah, it was kind
half
of
of
tough.
them down outside that. Some of them here in New City. And New Harlem to school.
It was one of my toughest years that happened. Okay, some of the school kids were here, living here, and I had to haul them with a truck, with a 4-wheel drive truck.
Lots of time you get stuck,
But there's been a lot of times we got stuck. I mean, I got stuck with a truck. And lucky we had 1 phone, and the phone was at my house. And we pushed for a new school. And we finally got that, what do you call, trailers out here. But believe it or not, even after we got that, the new school, well, we call it new school, temporary. But, we closed the school down in, April 1 year. Because there was a lot of, stowwell smell in the, school building. And it was just awful for the kids, so we had no choice but to go to school down in April. The kids were happy, I guess. But that's how we started the school. There was a lot of political push. But everything turned out. But that's how we got moved, because of the storm. We had 1 bad storm down there. It was worse than any storm that I've seen so far. The whole airport down there, the whole airport, you see the old airport down there was covered with logs that wide and long. and we had no heavy equipment. So luckily, I knew one of the guys in Rome, so I got a hold of him and I told him, explained the situation out to him that our airport was covered with driftwood. He said, hire every able-bodied man you got there, and we'll pay him. So that's how we were able to clear it all out. And it took 3 days.
It's real close to airport to you guys.
Yeah, the airport was right next door to me, right next door. But that storm we had down there when the got covered with driftwood, waves were splashing into my window down there. Cause we were just right next to the airport. So that's how close we were to. That's how we moved real fast. Everybody got scared.
Some people say will run away up river.
Yeah,
There was a house up there, but it was too small.
yeah. They never completed the evacuation shelter up there.
They never even use it. Then.
Yeah, they never used it. But that's how we moved.
Yeah.
It was interesting. And some of the agencies, they didn't even know we moved here. After we moved from over there, that's how fast we moved. We just got the housing authority. Luckily we had a council down there, a real good elderly council. And they just tell me what to do, and sometimes in their native tongue. They just tell me what to do, so I knew kind of what to do. So they directed me to do what I have to do. This was good. And I listened to the elders. I can tell you they were smart. They were smart people.
But it's tough to go store from outside to when it goes here.
Yeah.
When it's cold. That store that burned down.
Yeah, the first one. That's how we moved. Any more questions?
No more. Okay.
About to be 34, looks like it's 37.
Yeah.
$1.
Are there any questions?
How were babies born?
They had
Midwives.
midwives.
Like,
Hilda and your grandma.
yeah, they had midwives, something like health aides, all right, but they weren't trained.
When they start going, they first start going to catch something.
Uh-huh. But there were a lot of births here, down there.
Yeah, that's a break there, but there was a midwife.
There was no health aides at the time, so what happened when the midwives were doing their job in appreciation, the people would give them stuff like, little stuff,
Yeah.
like groceries, canned milk or something like that, stuff like that, so people worked together them days. So it was interesting too. That's a good question though.
Yeah. I think Mary was our first healthy.
Yeah, Mary, Catchatag was the very first health aide down there. That's your grandma. She worked for a long time.
When did you see the first motor?
I don't remember.
Horse and toy.
Huh?
That was 3 horse. I thought that was real fast.
9 horse, yeah, 9 horse was,
Elliot's grandpa had 3 horse. I
Yeah.
thought that was real fast.
9 horse was the first motor I operated. And in order to go backwards, you drive them like this. But in order to go backwards, you gotta turn the whole motor around to back up.
Every time
Oh
we
yeah,
had
you
to
just
go-
turn the motor around, the whole motor, and back out.
Every time we go on shallow water, they break the pin
Yeah,
under the pot.
yeah, there was something. Can you imagine that? In order to reverse, go backwards, you gotta turn the whole motor around, but you gotta be careful. Cause the flywheel is right there where you start the motor with a rope. So you can't touch the flywheel, it's right up on top. So you gotta turn the motor around to go backwards. There was something else, I think about that once in a while.
When you try to go on fish tank without motor, they tie the rope and latch on, pull it through the land. Somebody scared the boat.
Yeah,
Who come back
yeah. Pulling with a rope.
and the ducks go through the land. They untie all the ducks and they walk. I remember.
Yeah, they walk the dog down.
And sometimes they get into porcupines, get curves. My mom was brave. See, I'll take them off.
Yeah. You have any questions you like? Yeah, we had a good life.
What about you, Jake?
But as far as I can remember, I thought that was good life. There was no drugs, no alcohol. I never see that.
Yeah.
Jakey boy.
No drugs and alcohol that much. But we see people that work in mining camps.
Everybody works together like I said.
Yeah. That's how we grow anyway. I can't forget how we. But they had camps too. Some people, they call them runaway, but they call them
Oh yeah.
what they call them in English. Stray people, not
Runaways.
runaways. They
Two
go
of
Wait,
and
what?
I was kind of scared. Throw rocks at our tents.
Lego people?
No, I guess
Probably they're from Calcutta.
What would you
they run
guys?
away from their village.
What would you guys do if you guys see little people?
I don't know, we don't really see
They
'em.
call them Iniwakalik.
But they run away from the interior, the people that she's talking about.
Yeah.
And then they come into the villages, some people, even to a fish camp when it gets dark.
They try to scare
They
little
try to
kids.
scare you away from your place so they
But
can,
they are speaking not to hurt nobody, I guess, huh?
yeah, but they try to scare you just so they can get food, I guess. But, nobody got scared too much.
Probably they had no cooks.
No, they didn't hurt nobody. They just try to scare them away so they could probably get food from their place.
Yeah,
But that's what he was.
yeah. Well, anyway, maybe it's done now.
It was good talking to you folks. I
Yeah.
hope you keep that in mind.
I heard you're leaving and then,
Yeah.
I hope you keep that in mind and look forward to another good school year.